Hey YouTube, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am testing out the brand new BTY Cosmetics 15-piece brush set. So I have been wanting to try these brushes out from the day and hour that they have come out, and I finally am sitting down, doing a review, testing them out and giving you my final verdict at the end of the video. So basically BTY is a cosmetic store in Belfast city centre that stocks the likes of Morphe, what else does it say, LA Girl, Milani, like a lot of like sort of brands that nowhere else in the city centre sells basically. And they have finally come out with their own 15-piece brush set, and it retails for $35.99. You also get a little faux leather bag to put your brushes and stuff in if you want to bring them away when you're travelling or on holiday, or just want to store them away in a nice safe place so they don't get dirty. So I am testing them out today. I created this makeup look, trying the brushes out. I tried as much brushes as I possibly could, and then like I said, I give my final verdict at the end. So if you want to see if the BTY Cosmetics brushes are worth the money, or if you just want to see this makeup look, then just keep on watching the video. Okay, so let's get started. So in the brush collection you get 15 brushes. As you can tell, that just dropped one, have to pick it up. So as you can tell, they're still all in the packaging, they have not been used. I did do like a wee run through on Instagram like a few days ago explaining like about the brushes and stuff, but today I'm obviously going to test the brushes out and let you guys know if they are literally worth the money or not, because I don't want you to go and wasting your money. But to be fair, for a 15-piece brush set plus you get a little faux leather bag to put them in, they're pretty like cheaply priced. They're only $35.99, but it's not the point. That isn't even about the price point, it's about if they actually work or not. So I think I'm going to explain what brush is used for what whilst like I'm ready to use it on that specific area of my face. I don't want to sit and go through each brush now, explain what it's used for and all that there type of stuff, because we will be here all day. So for me personally, this is the brush that obviously you use for your brows. For me personally, I'm not a type of girl that would tend to go and use this particular brush for drawing my brows on, simply because I'm more of a more natural type of brow girl now. Sometimes I would just hit my brows like now and that would be me, but I am going to fill mine in and I would just normally go ahead and use a pencil. So for me, I wouldn't really grab this brush here for drawing the brows on. I love these particular brushes for doing wing liner and any wee detail sort of work. This is brush number 14, so it's just your double-ended brow brush. So you have your angled brow brush and then your spoolie at the end of it. I would still grab the spoolie and stuff and brush the product through my hairs and stuff, and I would grab this brush if I'm doing brows on clients and stuff, because a lot of my clients would go for the more sculpted brow. But for me personally, from my personal perspective, I would not use this brush for drawing my brows on. That's just me. Okay, so the next brush is brush number 12, and you guys know that I love the brush from the Desire Duo collection by Cara Daly. This brush is very similar, but see, to be quite honest, this one seems a lot more thicker as opposed to the Cara one. The Cara one seems to be a lot more finer. So I'm going to put this to the test now. I'm going to carve my brows out, and I'm going to use the Revolution foundation stick in the shade F3. I can't find my Helene eyeshadow primer, which is a total bummer, so we're going to use this today instead. So I'm going to carve my brows out and see how I get on, and then I'll let you guys know at the end, of course. I'm now going to go in with brush 06. That brush that I just used to carve my brows out is a thumbs up for me. It did the job. Super quick, super easy. I was very skeptical about it because it was a lot more sort of thicker, as with the Cara one, it's a little bit more dense. did the job you've seen, and it looks incredible. So yeah, really like that brush. I'm going to go in now with brush 06. This is just your usual large fluffy blending brush, and we're going to start to blend product through our eye area. I'm going to start to go in with the Morphe the Morphe 35R palette. Just your usual palette with all your neutral colours in it, a few shimmers. So I'm going to start off with the second shade in the second row of the palette. So guys, just used brush number 6 to blend out my transitional shade. It did the job fantastically. The only thing is, I find that these brushes are a little bit stiff to work with. Well, it's my first time ever using one of the eye brushes. I found that this one was a little bit hard to work with. It was a little bit stiff, but as you started to blend out a little bit more, the bristles started to loosen up a wee bit. So don't be panicking when you feel like that happens to you. I don't know, maybe it's just me. But it blended out my transitional shade really nice and seamlessly. This is a really nice large brush to do your transition shade, especially if you're someone like me that loves a nice blown out smoky eye look. Then you need to have this sort of type of brush in your kit. So yeah, it did a really good job. I'm very pleased, and I'm going to go in now with the brush number 10. This is a more smaller brush. This is a more so tapered blender brush. This brush is perfect for picking up product and blending it through your crease area because it's a little bit of a tapered sort of dome shape to the brush. It's perfect for getting right into your crease and blending those product or those shadows out. So I'm going to go in with this brush now, and then I'm going to go in with this shade here, the second shade in the fourth row of the Morphe 35R palette. So guys, really impressed with brush number 10. These are my favourite brushes of all time, and I have about 1,000 of them in my kit. Now I'm exaggerating, but I do have quite a lot. They're just an essential to have in your kit because they're perfect for blending your shadows out through the crease so quick and so easy. Because this one is a little bit more larger than some of the ones that I already have, it got the job done a lot more quicker than my usual ones, and it left my eyes looking seamlessly. It's literally only took me about 5 minutes to put on 2 colours on both of my eyes, and usually it would take me a lot longer, especially with some other brushes. So I'm really impressed with this one, and I will be reaching for this a lot. I know I will. So I'm just going to keep my eye makeup pretty basic today. I just want to do a simple, nice smoky eye. Some of the brushes in here are a lot, like, quite similar to each other, so it's good because you have sort of multiple brushes. If one's dirty, you have a clean one. So I'm not going to be using all the brushes. I'm going to try and use as much as I possibly can in order to give you like a full-on perfect review to let you know if they're worth it or not. I'm now going to go in with the number 8 brush. This is your classic statement bullet brush that you need to have in your kit. Perfect for blending your colours throughout the outer corner and in the inner corner as well. So I'm going to use this to blend out some colour at the outer corner of my eye. I think I'm going to go in with the second shade in the last row of the palette, just a really nice dark chocolate brown. So guys, I just went ahead and used that number 8 brush for my outer corner colour. I am obsessed. There's not one brush that I have used yet that I find is pretty bad. The only thing I will have to say about that brush is it's a little bit sort of itchy, because I think the bristles are a little bit hard, if you know what I mean, because they are synthetic. They're not going to be as soft as natural hard brushes. They are getting the job done. My eye makeup looks absolutely flawless. There's nothing that I can say that is wrong. They're blending my colours and everything out seamlessly, blending them in together seamlessly. The only thing I will have to say about that last one is I felt it a little bit sort of itchy at the outer corner. Sometimes brushes can go like that whenever they have been used so many times and they're ready to go through in the bin, but other than that, I have not a bad word to say. I'm going to go in now with the number 9 brush. This is just a basic little flat top shader brush. This brush is absolutely perfect for packing on colour, perfect for blending shadows underneath the eyes or whatever as well. But for me, I love particular brushes like this because they are slightly fluffy. They're not completely flat. They spread the product all over the lid completely seamlessly, as opposed to a normal flat brush. Sometimes I find with a flat brush, when you apply glitters or shimmers with a really flat damp brush, they can tend to look really clumpy and stuff on the eyes. So I think these ones are really perfect. So I'm going to spritz a little bit of Fix Plus on this in order for the brush to be damp. And then afterwards, I'm going to go in with maybe the 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th shade in the first row and the last shade in the first row as well. So I ended up not even doing a wing liner or anything because my lashes are already so big. I think it would have just been too much, you know. So I went in with that last brush there and I spread a little bit of Fix Plus and stuff on, and I really did enjoy working with that brush. Packs on shimmers pretty well. I think it will pack on glitters and stuff pretty well as well, so I don't have a fault about that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with brush number 04. This is just your usual flat top kabuki foundation brush. These brushes are unbelievable. You guys know I love these brushes anyway on my channel. So I always use synthetic flat top kabuki foundation brushes to blend out my foundation, so I think this one will be absolutely phenomenal. So I'm going to put this on, apply my foundation with this, and I'm going to be using my MAC Pro Longwear foundation in the shade NC50.
Searching for the lost and found, but you don't care, you're unaware, keep moving like the scars aren't even.
I have to say, I don't like this brush. I'm going to zoom you guys up close so you can see exactly what I mean. You can still see all my pores. I have applied at least 8 pumps of foundation, and my skin, you can still see my redness, you can still see my dark circles, you can still see my spots, and there's still some like bits of skin up here that is not fully covered yet. So I do not like brush number 4. I think with my other brushes I have a little bit more control. Remember the last time I said when I was using the sort of blending, one of the eye blenders, it was a little bit stiff. This is really stiff and I don't have a lot of control over it to blend out my product. It would be perfect for the likes of under eye, I think, but I think that I'm using way too much more product than I need. The Pro Longwear foundation excuse excuse me, by MAC is a very buildable foundation, but with my other brushes I think that I don't need to put on a lot, like as much product as what I am using now. So for me personally, I don't think I like this brush, and I'm really disappointed because this is one of the like brushes that I was really looking forward to using the most, because these are brushes that I use to apply foundation. I'm going to try and use the flat top powder brush now. This is brush number 3. I've seen a lot of makeup artists using brushes like this for applying foundation, so I'm going to try this one out and see how well it builds up and blends my product out. This was a saviour. Thank the Lord that this brush was added in. I haven't had to put pretty much the same amount of product on this brush as I did with the other. I used 8 pumps of foundation on that brush and I only had to use 4 for this brush. This is a lot more better for blending out your foundation in my opinion. It gives you a lot more control with the brush to blend it all out, and the other one, not for me, because I can't really turn around and say that I don't really like it, to be quite fair, even though I think I already did, but I can't really say that. I haven't given it a fair shot yet. It just really scraped a lot of my foundation away. So yeah, we'll give it another shot. I'm going to apply my concealer to my under eye areas, and then the rest of the face, blend it out with this, and we'll see how we get on. So guys, brush number 4 ended up doing a pretty decent job for like blending out concealer and things like that, but I did have to go in another couple of times with brush number 3 and sort of try and push the product back into my skin. I've never ever had a problem with brushes like that for blending foundation out, because that's all I ever use. My nose area is a little bit patchy around certain parts because I keep trying to go over and over the top, like over and over and over again, on top of it. I can't speak. On top of it with more product, and it's just looking really patchy, so I'm trying my hardest not to like touch it as much anymore, because if I keep touching and trying to blend it out, it's just gonna get worse. So we'll leave it at that. I'm still iffy about that brush, but my throat's really sore. So I'm now going to go in with my Earthspun powder, and I'm going to take my number 2 brush. Love these little dome shaped brushes for packing on product underneath the eyes and stuff, so I'm going to use this brush to pack the powder under the eyes. So yeah, those brushes did a pretty decent job. I'm going to go in with a bit of Fix Plus and spritz it around my face in order to put a little bit of hydration back into the skin before going in with more powdered products. As you know, I highlight first, so I'm going to go in with a little bit of highlighter. I am not really a fan of these type of brushes for highlight, fan brushes. Don't like them. I just think that they're very messy, and they get the product all over the face and your whole face is covered in shimmer. So for me, I'm not going to be using that brush for highlight. I'm going to be using brush number 7, another little eyeshadow brush. I'm going to put this, I'm going to apply this with my, I'm going to apply my highlighter with this. Oh my god, I can't even talk. So I'm going to apply my highlighter with brush number 7. I prefer brushes like this for applying my highlight and stuff. Because it's quite small, you can sort of have more control over it. I'm not really a fan of those type of brushes, but if you do, or if you are a fan of those type of brushes, then you do get them in the set. So those brushes worked like a dream on my face. I think my skin looks really, really nice and flawless. I'm going to start now with my under eye area. So I'm going to go in with the NYX Glitzy Gold Slash or Glamour eyeliner. Just a really nice gold liner. I want to switch it up a wee bit from white and black, so I'm going to put this in the waterline, and then for the rest of the eyes I'm just going to do the same thing underneath. I'm going to start off with my largest brush to blend out sort of the transitional shade, second brush for blending out the second shade, and then your little bit of brush for blending out the darkest shade. Or I actually might go in with the number 12 brush, just give it a wee quick clean, and maybe just tightline my lower lash line with the darkest colour. So, gonna keep it nice, short and sweet. So for the face brushes, the only thing that I would have to really change is the foundation brush and the highlighting brush. For me personally, I usually always use foundation brushes. That is exactly like the one that I had used today. I just find that that one just soaked up so much of my product. I understand, and if you were the Pro Longwear foundation by MAC, you'll understand that it is a really buildable foundation. It's not like smack bang full coverage straight away. It gives you time to build it up, so you do normally have to go in with a couple of pumps anyway, but not like 8 or 9 pumps. That's just beyond a joke. It just soaked up so much product. I didn't like it at all. I just found it really, really hard to try and build the foundation up and blend it into the skin. I just wish that they had made the foundation brush a little bit more bigger and a little bit more flexible to work with. Usually with synthetic brushes, they don't absorb any product. If it's a natural hair brush, yes, it can contain to suck up some of the product, like foundation, concealer, all that there type of stuff. But for synthetic, that usually shouldn't happen. So especially because it is such a small brush too, it would look past if it's a big brush. But the only thing I would change is just everything that I had just said. And for fan brushes, for me, I just think that they distribute a lot of product all over the face in areas that you don't want the product to be. I just find those very, very messy. I used to work with fan brushes a lot in my past in my career, and I just sort of went off them because they just distribute highlight all over the face, and especially after building up a really nice foundation base, everything for highlight to be all over it. No, not for me. So they would be the only things that I would change. Other than that, I loved all the rest of the brushes, and I did an absolutely fantastic job with my makeup. So the brushes and the eye brushes, I loved every single one that I had used. I mean, I am obsessed with my eye makeup. They did an absolute amazing job distributing product around the eyes, blending it out. I loved every single one that I had used. The only thing that I would sort of add into the collection as well, sort of talking about like detailed brushes, would have to be a lip brush. I think especially for a makeup artist, it is essential to have a lip brush in your brush kit, because you're going to be working with client after client after client after client after every hour. I think it's essential to have a lip brush, because for me, I think it's very unhygienic to go straight in with a lip applicator, especially if you're going to be putting it on client after client after client. You don't know what germs people are carrying. I'm not saying that like my clients have germs or whatever, but it is very unsanitary to go directly in with your your lip applicator from like a liquid lipstick or a lipstick or whatever it may be, a gloss, anything like that. I just think it's really unhygienic. For me, I would have a lip brush in the collection as well, just to put a little bit of the lip product in the back of your hand and then go in and start doing the lips. It's also really good for detailing the lips as well, because sometimes I think, even for me, I would use a lip brush on myself and I have my own makeup as opposed to my client's makeup. I would go in with a lip brush too, because it's good for sculpting the lips out and it makes the application look a lot more cleaner. So overall, I loved every single brush that I used except for the foundation brush and for the highlighting brush as well. And another thing that I would throw into the collection as well is a little lip brush. I just think that is essential to have in your makeup kit. So guys, final verdict has now arrived. Do I think the BTY Brush Cosmetics or the BTY Cosmetics brush set is worth it? Yes, I actually do. I think that for $35.99 plus you get a little brush bag to hold your brushes in. I think it is so worth it. Yes, there might have been a couple of things here and there that I didn't like, but I loved all the eye brushes. I loved all the other face brushes except for one or two out of them. Doesn't mean that I won't grab this brush set again and use it again on myself and on clients, because I genuinely really enjoy working with the brush set. There's just a few things here and there that I would change. At the end of the day, I am doing a review. I'm giving my review on it, and that is my opinion basically. I would add a couple of things here and there and change a few things, but other than that, I loved everything else. I do think it's worth it, especially for up and coming makeup artists, beginners, even like aspiring makeup artists out there that watch my channel, especially if you're like around about in your teens, in the younger side, like in the younger section of makeup. I know not everybody can afford like a £150 brush set. This one is so inexpensive and the brushes are pretty good. So I think it's worth it, especially for all the people out there that can't afford an expensive brush set. So yeah, I think that BTY Cosmetics brushes are approved. So yeah. This is the end of the video. I really hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also click the notification bell in the corner so you get notified, because YouTube is coming up with a new thing, whatever it is, that when I upload a video you'll not see it unless you're subscribed, something like that. So make sure you subscribe and click the bell and you'll get notified every single time I upload. So yeah, anyway, I'll leave everything where you can buy the brushes in the description below. I'll also leave all my other socials in the description below so you can go and follow me on there as well. Let me know in the comments if you think that the brushes looked good, if you think my makeup looks okay, all that good stuff, and let me know if you want to see more sort of reviews on my channel or similar videos to this, you know. So yeah, that's it guys. I'm away. I will see you on my next one. I love you all. Bye.